Hello guys, this is rAlbEr from rAlbErTV, and today I want to talk to you about a very powerful tool which is numbering buildings like the town center or the military buildings that you have, which I think is kind of underappreciated, that's not used by a lot of players, and that can make the difference in a lot of situations, especially in clutch situations, which are the ones where you usually win or lose games. So I think it's worth taking a look at it. Let's do that together. We're gonna go to single player, standard game. We're gonna use deathmatch and feudal age for the starting ages for the sake of the demonstration. And let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna make some houses to get them out of the way. Like this. I'm gonna make some buildings. I'm gonna make one rags and two ranges. Now the first thing I want you to notice is I'm gonna number my scout and my town center, and I want you to see how much time it takes for me to go to the town center, queue a build, and then go back to the scout. I did it slowly this time, but look at how I can do it fast. I know it's not much time, but it's not only the mechanical time it takes to go to the town center, queue the build, go back to the scout. It's also the stress it causes to the eye that has to adapt to the new screen and then goes back and has to adapt again. That's gonna tire you playing, and that's gonna add some delay to the time it takes you to readjust to the new scenario situation. Say for example I want to lure this pig with a scout. I can go to my town center to queue builds what I do it, which is fine. But I could also use my number on the building to queue the villagers. And I have a vision of the scout 100% of the time, which is much more comfortable and makes the micro much easier. And that's very powerful. Another use it has, for example, is say I want to send a villager to this gold mine. I have to go to the town center. I have to scroll back to the gold mine and then set the flag. But if I have my town center number and I want my build to go to this mine, I just do it like that, you see? And then my next build, I want to go to stone, I just do it like that, or to wood, or to wherever I want. I don't need to scroll at all, I don't need to go to the town center, and I don't need to think much about it, I just do it on the fly. Let's take a look now at the military buildings. For example, I'm gonna number 5 my rags and 6 and 7 for my ranges. Imagine I'm rushing my enemy and I want to play very aggressive. And I want to switch my gathering point to here. Okay, I can do it like this, which is fine. But now I'm attacking here, this is the enemy, and I want to keep making units, and I want to come here while I'm still controlling my initial units, which is very important. You start in the starting point of the fights, where you have very few units, and a bit of micro can make a huge difference in the outcome of the fights. So having the views centered on one particular place where the fight is taking place, while you can still keep queuing builds, keep queuing the units, keep selecting the gathering point to wherever you want. It's quite powerful because you see how much time it takes to go to one building and to go to another one, and then go back to the fight. Taxes a lot on the time you can spend microing the units and improving the outcome of the fight. And also, if you're moving around the map, if you want your new units to join the ones you already have, if you have the build is number, you can do it like that. You can do it instantly, and that's very nice. Or for example, say the enemy fought you and conquered one of the ranges and blocked it, so you cannot make units from here. And you want to make a new one. You are using the go to command. It will take you to the first one you build. It will take you then to the second one. What? This is going in order. That's it. I'm gonna queue for this one. Each time I use it, it takes me to the same one. I have to go to the next one to queue. And then if this one is locked and I don't want to queue from this one, each time I use it, it takes me to it, and I have to click it again to go to the next one, and I have to click it a third time to go to the other one. But if I have the buildings numbered, and I know this one is out of use, and I want to use this one instead, I just change the number. And if I use them, I'm never gonna have to skip going to this one, because I'm always going to the ones I want. Say for example, I am queuing units, and I didn't have too many resources, so I went and queue from this one. I know I queue 6. Now I know I don't have anything queue 7. So next time I want to queue units, I'm going straight to 7 and queuing from there. And I know 6 is building and 7 is building now. And the next time I can choose which one I want to queue from. And I don't need to leave it to chance or to adapt to it depending on where the go-to command takes me to. That's quite powerful too. Say now I'm defending a scout rush, and I know the scouts are coming here. I have to go to my rags. I have to queue the spear, and then I have to scroll back and send it here. Or if I have the rags number and I know the scouts are coming here, I just click like this, or and now I want to send it here. That's very powerful too. That's something that can improve the efficiency of your moves a lot. And the last thing I want to talk to you about is a different concept. It's for larger or different scenarios. For example, when you are in Castle Age and you have a lot of buildings, and you might even have different groups of buildings for production, for producing units for different purposes. For example, this might be my main production factory, and this might be for raiding a certain spot of the map, or just for raiding. So if I have my main group of buildings numbered together, I can change the waypoint to this, which is where I'm gathering units now, or I can send them together to this one. And that's quite comfortable. And if I am scouting or have my paladin moving around and I see a spot that's weak or that has a lot of villagers and I want to raid it, I just set the raiding buildings to go there. That's quite powerful too. That's another application for numbering buildings. It's for larger scenarios, but it's quite useful too. Last thing I want to talk about is about queuing units from buildings. You know, the go-to command is useful when you have few of them, but when you have a lot of them, I find more comfortable to just go to one of them and then manually clicking on the next one and queuing the unit that you want to produce. And if I want to go to the base, I do the same too, because if you go to the building, it's gonna hop from one part of the map to another, and it's gonna be a lot more messy, so that's quite useful too. And that's it for this tutorial. I know this is kind of advanced stuff. It's not gonna happen on the first try probably. It's something you have to work on to get it hardwired to your brain and to become second nature, so it comes naturally when you're playing. But I think it can make the difference in a lot of scenarios. And if you want to become a better player and work on your micro-control and things like that, I think that's definitely worth the effort and worth trying. So I hope you found the video useful, and I hope you liked the tutorial. And if you did, I hope to see you in future vids. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. See ya.